Are you aware that cardiovascular disease ranks among the primary contributors to global disease? It's a sobering fact that affects millions of people every year. But the good news is that many cases of heart disease are preventable by making simple changes to your lifestyle, especially your diet. Heart health is crucial for overall well-being, yet cardiovascular diseases continue to be a significant global concern. According to the World Health Organization, an estimated 17.9 million people die each year from heart-related issues, accounting for 31% of all deaths worldwide. This staggering statistic highlights the importance of taking proactive measures to maintain a healthy heart. In this video, we'll dive into the top 10 foods that can pose a threat to your heart health. We'll explore the reasons why these foods should be avoided or consumed in moderation, and provide practical tips for making heart-friendly substitutions. So, get ready to learn about the foods that could be silently sabotaging your heart health, and discover simple ways to make positive changes for a stronger, healthier heart. Number 1. Processed meats. Processed meats are those that have been cured, salted, smoked, or otherwise preserved through various methods. This includes popular items like bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, and even some jerky products. The reason processed meats are so harmful to heart health lies in their high content of sodium, preservatives, and saturated fats. The curing process often involves adding excessive amounts of salt, which can contribute to high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease. Additionally, many processed meats contain preservatives like sodium nitrite, which has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease and certain types of cancer. These meats are also typically high in saturated fats, which can raise levels of LDL or bad cholesterol in the blood, leading to plaque buildup in the arteries and an increased chance of having a heart attack or stroke. Numerous studies have shown a direct correlation between consuming processed meats and a higher incidence of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular issues. In fact, according to the American Heart Association, even consuming just a few servings of processed meats per week can significantly increase your risk of developing heart disease. So, if you're serious about protecting your heart health, it's best to limit or avoid processed meats altogether. Instead, options for leaner, unprocessed protein sources like fresh poultry, fish, or plant-based alternatives. Number 2. Fried foods. Frying involves submerging foods in hot oil or fat, which allows them to absorb large amounts of calories, unhealthy fats, and potentially harmful compounds formed during the frying process. When foods are fried, they become laden with saturated and trans fats, both of which can wreak havoc on your heart health. These fats can raise LDL or bad cholesterol levels while lowering HDL or good cholesterol, increasing your risk of heart disease and stroke. Fried foods have also been linked to inflammation in the body, which can contribute to the buildup of plaque in the arteries, further exacerbating heart-related issues. Some common examples of fried foods to avoid or limit include French fries, fried chicken, donuts, onion rings, and fried fish or seafood. Even foods that may seem healthier, like fried vegetables or fried tofu, can still be problematic due to the high amount of oil and fat absorbed during the frying process. Instead of frying, options for healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, roasting, or air frying, which use little to no added oils or fats. This simple swap can significantly reduce your intake of unhealthy fats and potentially damaging compounds, ultimately promoting better heart health. Number 3. Sugary drinks. These are beverages that are loaded with added sugars, usually in the form of high-fructose corn syrup or sucrose. Sugary drinks include sodas, energy drinks, sweetened fruit juices, and even some sports drinks. Excessive consumption of sugary drinks can be detrimental to your heart health for several reasons. First, they provide a significant amount of empty calories without any nutritional value, which can contribute to weight gain and obesity, both risk factors for heart disease. In addition, the added sugars in these drinks can increase triglyceride levels in the blood, numerous studies have also linked the consumption of sugary drinks to an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes, another significant risk factor for heart disease. In fact, for every 12-ounce serving of sugary drink consumed per day, the risk of developing type 2 diabetes increases by 15%. To protect your heart health, it's best to avoid or significantly limit your intake of sugary drinks. Instead, options for water, unsweetened teas, or low-fat milk as healthier beverage choices. If you do indulge in a sugary drink occasionally, be mindful of the portion size and consider diluting it with water to reduce the overall sugar content. Number 4. Refined carbohydrates. These are carbs that have been processed and stripped of their fiber, nutrients, and other beneficial compounds found in whole grains. Refined carbs are like empty calories with very few nutrients. Unlike whole grains, which contain fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals, refined carbs are quickly broken down into simple sugars by the body, causing spikes in blood sugar levels. Consuming large amounts of refined carbs can increase the risk of weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Studies have shown that a diet high in refined carbs can lead to elevated triglyceride levels, low HDL, good cholesterol, and an increased risk of metabolic syndrome. These are big things that can make heart problems more likely. Some common examples of refined carb sources to avoid or limit include white bread, pastries, white rice, crackers, and many breakfast cereals. Even foods marketed as multigrain or wheat may still contain significant amounts of refined grains. Instead, options for whole grain alternatives such as brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat bread, and oats. These nutrient-dense options provide fiber, which can help regulate blood sugar levels and improve cholesterol levels, ultimately promoting better heart health. Number 5. Trans fats. Trans fats, also known as partially hydrogenated oils, are a type of unsaturated fat that has been chemically altered to extend their shelf life. This process, called hydrogenation, turns liquid vegetable oils into solid or semi-solid fats. These man-made fats are particularly harmful to heart health because they can raise LDL, bad cholesterol levels, while simultaneously lowering HDL, good cholesterol levels. This double whammy increases the risk of developing heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. Numerous studies have linked the consumption of trans fats to an increased risk of heart disease, with some research suggesting that even small amounts can have negative effects on heart health. Common sources of trans fats include fried foods, baked goods like crackers, cookies, and pastries, margarine, and any products that list partially hydrogenated oils on the ingredient label. While many food manufacturers have reduced or eliminated trans fats in recent years, it's still important to read labels carefully and avoid these harmful fats whenever possible. Instead of relying on trans fats, options for healthier unsaturated fats found in foods like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. These fats can actually improve cholesterol levels and promote heart health when consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. Number 6. Sodium or salt. Sodium, or salt, plays a crucial role in maintaining fluid balance and regulating blood pressure in the body. However, consuming excessive amounts of sodium can have detrimental effects on heart health. When we consume too much sodium, it can cause fluid retention, which increases the volume of blood in the arteries. This extra strain on the arteries can lead to high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease. Numerous studies have linked high sodium intake to an increased risk of cardiovascular events, such as heart attacks and strokes. In fact, the American Heart Association recommends limiting daily sodium intake to no more than 2,300 milligrams, about 1 teaspoon of salt, for most adults. Many of the foods we consume on a regular basis are surprisingly high in sodium. Some examples of high-sodium foods to limit or avoid include processed and cured meats like bacon, sausages, and deli meats. Canned soups and broths. Frozen meals and convenience foods. To reduce your sodium intake, it's essential to read food labels carefully and choose low-sodium options whenever possible. Limit your consumption of highly processed and restaurant foods, which tend to be laden with sodium. Number 7. Saturated fats. While not all saturated fats are inherently bad, consuming excessive amounts can have negative effects on heart health. Saturated fats can raise LDL, bad cholesterol levels in the blood, which can contribute to the buildup of plaque in the arteries and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Studies have consistently shown a link between a high intake of saturated fats and an increased risk of cardiovascular events, such as heart attacks and strokes. The American Heart Association recommends limiting saturated fat intake to no more than 6% of total daily calories for optimal heart health. Some examples of foods that are high in saturated fats and should be limited or consumed in moderation include butter, ghee, and full-fat dairy products. Fried foods like French fries and fried chicken. Instead of relying heavily on saturated fats, it's better to choose healthier unsaturated fats found in foods like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. These types of fats can actually improve cholesterol levels and promote heart health when consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. Number 8. Alcohol. While moderate alcohol consumption has been linked to potential heart health benefits, excessive drinking can have the opposite effect and increase your risk of heart disease. Alcohol is essentially a toxin that puts strain on various organs, including the heart. Heavy or binge drinking can lead to high blood pressure, heart arrhythmias, stroke, and even heart failure over time. Additionally, alcohol consumption can contribute to weight gain and obesity, which are significant risk factors for heart disease. It can also raise triglyceride levels in the blood and lead to poor dietary choices, further compounding the negative effects on cardiovascular health. For those who choose to drink alcohol, moderation is key. According to the American Heart Association, moderate drinking is defined as up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. It's important to note that these recommendations are for those who are otherwise healthy and at low risk for heart disease. Number 9. Processed snacks. Processed snacks are convenient foods that are often high in unhealthy ingredients like refined carbohydrates, added sugars, sodium, and unhealthy fats. These snacks are designed to have an extended shelf life and a desirable taste and texture, but they often sacrifice nutritional value in the process. Common ingredients found in processed snacks include white flour, partially hydrogenated oils, trans fats, high fructose corn syrup, and excessive amounts of salt. These ingredients can contribute to weight gain, high blood pressure, and an increased risk of heart disease and other chronic conditions. The negative impact of processed snacks on heart health is multifaceted. The trans fats and saturated fats found in many snack foods can raise LDL, bad cholesterol levels, and increase inflammation in the body, both of which are risk factors for heart disease. Additionally, the high sodium content can contribute to high blood pressure, further straining the cardiovascular system. Some examples of processed snacks to limit or avoid include chips, crackers, cookies, candy bars, and many prepackaged snack mixes. Even seemingly healthier options like granola bars or trail mixes can be loaded with added sugars, oils, and other unhealthy ingredients. Number 10. Fried fast food. Fast food meals, particularly those that are fried, can be a triple threat to your cardiovascular health. First and foremost, the frying process used in many fast food items results in high levels of unhealthy fats, including trans fats and saturated fats. As we discussed, these fats can raise LDL, bad cholesterol levels, and increase inflammation in the body, both of which contribute to the development of heart disease. Many fast food items are loaded with sodium, often containing well over the recommended daily intake in a single meal. This excessive sodium intake can lead to water retention and high blood pressure, further straining the heart and increasing the risk of heart attack and stroke. Fast food meals are often lacking in essential nutrients like fiber, vitamins, and minerals that are crucial for overall health and heart function. Instead, they are typically high in refined carbohydrates, added sugars, and other harmful ingredients that can negatively impact heart health over time. While it's okay to indulge in fast food occasionally, it's essential to be mindful of portion sizes and make smart choices when dining out. Look for options that are grilled or baked instead of fried, and options for salads, veggie-based dishes, or sandwiches on whole-grain bread. In this video, we've explored the top 10 foods that can wreak havoc on your heart health. Remember, a balanced, heart-healthy diet rich in whole, nutrient-dense foods is one of the best ways to promote cardiovascular well-being. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more helpful healthy tips.